Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's another Thursday. France have just gone through the semi-finals of the World Cup, and it's a sports wrap, but the best sports program you can think of anywhere on a Thursday night. I am Lucas Sebastian, and together with me, who's back is
Dr. Thompson Fontaine.
I guess we haven't seen Little Black yet. He must have been watching football. I guess we'll see him just now. So, as usual, Pastor Rodney, lead us in prayer, please.
Lord God, you are omnipotent. You are omnipresent. You are the all-knowing God. You are the all-seeing God. And because, Father God, you are the all-knowing God and the all-seeing God, the end from the beginning, we approach your throne all the time, anytime, for whatever we require. Today, we ask your blessings upon Sportsra. Today, we ask, Lord, that you will enlighten to Sportsra every person, Father God, who would listen tonight, everyone that participate in the program, that you will cause them, Father God, to gain wisdom, to gain new insight, to gain new things, Father God, that they will live better. I ask that the host will be so inspired that, Father God, they will inspire their listeners. They will cause them to live easily. They will cause them to understand life in a new way, in a new vein, so that our communities will be better. Bless the program tonight, both the contributors, the listeners, and the hosts, we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
No one didn't believe it, of course. When first it was told, nobody believed you could be so bold. People still making excuses and saying it's not your fault. The root telling you how to operate. But anyhow you look at it, you will find was a gross insult. I think it is sad and unfortunate. Still I say, kitchen boy, we know you're a boss. And one day, you gon' get the Trinity cross. Even though your refusal wasn't so nice, we know you were taking good advice. He who exalted himself will be humble. And he who humbles down will be exalted. So that's not what my country could do for me. It's what we could do for our country. This advice I'm giving to you, I think it is fit. For heavens know that I myself am perfect. We all make mistakes, it is true, sometimes quite a bit. But we must recognize and rectify it. So stand up like a big man and make an open apology. Tell the nation you regret, you're sorry. What looked like disrespect, tell we it was never intended. No insult wasn't premeditated. Kitchener, all who did advise you not to accept, for you to seriously damage your rep. Now they gone, leaving you alone, feeling sore. Boy, wisdom is greater than weapons of war. Remember, jealousy more cruel than the grave. How dare you demand what medal you crave? That's not what my country could do for me. It's what we could do for our country. Everybody wagging the tongue. From
This was Slinger Francisco, born on the 9th of July, 1935. He's 91 years today, the mighty Sparrow, born in Grand Roy, Grenada. Dr. Fountain, one of the greatest Caribbean personalities of all time, and we have to give him credit. Today, he's 91 years old, the mighty Sparrow.
Absolutely. In fact, I remember Sibo years ago as a primary school student. There was a book that they had of some of the 10 greatest West Indians, and he was one of the 10. And that was in the 70s, and he was definitely at that time he was in his heyday, of course, and certainly one of the greatest West Indians. And
Well, I put him in the top three.
Lives
Easily
on.
in the top three. I mean,
in terms of the ways influenced,
not
Caribbean
made people
people
happy.
Yeah.
Made music for decades, and in fact, his music was not only in the Caribbean, in America, in England, all over the globe. And this guy, Slinger Francisco, the mighty Sparrow, top of everything. You have to give him credit for what he has done.
Did you ever get a chance to see him live?
Of course, many
Okay.
times. In fact, I remember when we played, like they Common Islands. Most time, cricket was around carnival time. And when we got to Trinidad, I remember the semi-final one in San Fernando, and we were right up front, all of us, Common Islands, watching that. And also his tent, the OIB tent. Many times we went there to watch Sparrow, and it was just something else. That guy,
Yes.
greatest.
Yes.
Greatest. We have a call already. Let's take the caller. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo, good evening, and good evening to Dr. Fountain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ECCB getting rid of the Queen's image on our currency,
Okay.
and they will be replacing it with Caribbean personality. So I hope the mighty Sparrow is one of those that will be on our news, even though he is not from the how you call it, ECCB area.
No, but he was born in Grenada. He was born in Grenada.
Yeah, so he's Grenadian. Yeah,
He was born in Grenada, in Grand Roy, Grenada, 1945. Today, born 9th of July.
That's true, Sibo. That's true. He's Grenadian.
Yeah.
So I hope they're not going to replace them with the face of politicians, and Sparrow will be on one of the notes.
Well, they have already announced Kirani James as one of those.
Well, ECB director in the Grenada, both of the ECB is a Grenadian. So
Yes.
yeah, but
Kirani
Sparrow,
James.
right up there with all the greats in Caribbean, great people. I put him in the top three. I don't know which other two could be before him, but to me, Slinger Francisco, the mighty Sparrow, easily in the top three. Anyway, tonight we're going to be speaking athletics. We'll have Cedric Harris with us. He was in St. Lucia recently. We'll also be speaking to Denver Dublin, who's going to tell us about project he has starting some camp in Massac. We also have the PRO of the Football Association to tell us what's going on. We'll speak cricket and, of course, the World Cup. And, guys, today at home I watched this game, tennis. And, when you see a black person in a white-dominated sport, you look to... And Coco Gauff had a chance today to get to her first Wimbledon final. And she let it slip. She had all in her hand. Or she had... it was 8-8, serving. And, man, I really was devastated to see that. Lo Black, good night. You're back. Good night.
Yeah, man. I saw that. Yeah, I saw it myself. I can understand what is wrong. Why she loses like that, She having the game,
Well, she had it in her hand. She had everything to win the game. Her first Wimbledon final, it would have been, damn.
No, but she has been, I do not know, she has been faltering a number of these quarters, semis, Once she gets there, I do not know if she tightens up. I really do not understand that. I really, really don't understand that.
Yeah, very sad.
She has to blame herself. All right.
Well, I one that I just put on the TV after. I didn't watch.
Though I mean to say the opponent she played is a fight. She Muchova is no easy, push around.
No, but the girl was even injured. That one time from the girl was holding the side of her.
When you see this kind of injuries, I was asking myself, what if it's sometimes, some people holding and is where you see them playing afterwards. I don't wonder that what really happening,
Well, Coco Gauff let it slip. So we'll talk about that, and of course,
because I haven't right now. I have to question Djokovic seriously because
Well, he's playing tomorrow against Sinner in the
I know
semi-final.
because I have to question sometimes his injury time. What he does. It is something. It is some strategy using on his opponent, because you cannot have a kind of calf muscle strain, and then when you're playing, you up your game. When you take a break, when you return, it's like you never had any pain, you never had any problem.
Okay. When you say you have to question Djokovic, but I want to question Dr. Fontaine, because 2 weeks ago, Low Black, I heard Dr. Fontaine, Ivy Terry Smith, talking about people in shop of Fokole selling half pound of rice, half pound of sugar. And that reminded me, Dr. Fontaine, of the old days. I don't know if obtained in Grand Fond. Growing up in Collio, these people with shops, they used to have a book, right? So when people come to Kweni, for people who don't say patois, Kweni means credit. So people would come and they would take their Kweni this month, and then at the end would come to pay and they would say, like for instance, in Collier, there's a lady they used to call Nerissa. It's a lady like a flag woman, always dressed in colorful stuff. And anytime you see there's some action in the village, she was the first person. She never had money, but she'd come and she'd go by a shop. Miss Buffer, Bama, olive sack found first. Bama, so the shopkeeper, Miss Buffer, would say, well, her name was Buffer, but people in the country, Miss Buffer. Miss Buffer, Bama found first olive jail and thing. So the lady would say, Menerisa, upoka fini pay Kweni, uka fini pot. So I'm saying to myself, you think that we reach that stage that in Dominica where half pound of rice, half gill oil, and a little drink of rum nam, and I mean, we're really in a bad state. When I heard you say that, I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, we went into the shop and she showed us the shop. He said, "Yeah, that's what I have to do." And we were in there for close to 1 hour. See, not one customer came in
to buy.
Time. And it's right in the middle of Fokole. And she was saying that even with the half pound, it's still a struggle to sell. People just don't have money. People come, they want credit. It's just. But she did that in the hope that she'll be able to sell
more, because if you sell a half pound of rice, half pound of
sugar,
easier.
It's easier for somebody to come and buy a half pound for $1.25 or whatever than to buy a pound for $3. That's the thinking behind it, But that's how tough it is.
No, but when you see that in a country, they did like prehistoric times, like in the Stone Age.
I mean, it's and as you said, Sibo, in those days, you had the gill of oil and so on. But those little not ketchup, these Tabasco sauce.
So that's what they use
very
now.
Small ones. That is what she has, the oil in.
Wow.
So it's really unfortunate that we have gotten to that stage in Dominica. But yeah, poverty is real. Poverty is real.
You made this statement about, it was last week at your press conference, about the CBI, that you would phase it off. You never say you would have gotten rid of it. You deliberately said you phase it out until we do some other stuff and so. Now you're taking to task saying about, and then later we are hearing the EU telling people now, you must phase out your thing. We give you 2 years. And in fact, I saw a video today where people saying, they start going to the EU.
Yes, well, they have given them a choice. You either agree now. If you don't agree by December, we'll impose the visa. So they have to agree by December to do it, to phase it out.
Well,
if not, they will impose the visa.
Let's take the caller. We'll come back to that. That's serious.
By the end of December.
Good evening. Hello?
Good evening, Doctor. Good evening, Steve. Good evening, Dr. Fontaine, Lovey. Good evening, St. Joseph.
Good evening, my brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Dominica in a bad state, Steve. Dominica in a serious problem, A lady tell me, and I know every month she go in Dominica. Every month she come here, she work, she run her own business, she go in Dominica. She tell me when she go on the plane, the same plane they go in, the plane that straight flight, she observe every time she go on the plane, it's 10, 11 people on the plane. So she asked one of them officials why the plane never have 32 passengers on it. Well, they tell her it's a trial. And they give her a briefcase or pamphlet to give to people, or as much people she can get. But Sibo, to travel, you have to plan. It's not something you can do. Now, even though somebody give you a brochure and tell you travel, you don't have to always take it one time. It'll take you 2-3 years before you go. Everything Labour doing in Dominica is a fake. After the election, Dominicans in serious trouble. The only way for Dominica to come back now is to take out the Labour Party in power. What you hear, when you hear the fellas going on the stage and try to criticize Dominica, criticize Dr. Fountain, profession, try to criticize everybody, after 27 years, the only thing I bring a little dollar in Dominica is World Quail Festival. And that was formed in the second year of UWP was in power. So I can tell you, Steve-O, Dominicans have to take that real serious, you know. Europe on our case, America on our case, but we in serious shit, you know. And it's carried them along and getting away with billions. God bless Dominica. Thank you.
But you know, Dr. Fontaine Lobby, when are Dominican people going to get in their head? They cannot have people really punishing them like that. All these problems we're going through is because of these people. If they have caused it, put in the CBI. Now, people can't go to America. People will not be able to go to England or even France. Maybe Guadeloupe.
Well, you're talking about France right there.
Right there.
Next door.
And
it's gonna be a problem.
when are we going to get in our head? And these people, they don't come and speak the truth to people. And really, I mean, people have to get in their head. They have to get rid of that.
And it's interesting when I mentioned the fact that we were going to phase out the CBI program is because I've been saying that for many years now, that this was not sustainable, that it was going to come to an end at some point. And you have to think now, it's almost like the two choices that the Prime Minister has. He either agrees to the phasing out, which means the program goes away. So he has a real problem. How are you going to get money to run the country? That's one. Or he says, the usual thing, and said, we're a sovereign country. We won't be dictated to by anybody.
But is it talk nonsense like that, right?
Yeah, you might do that. In which case the visas go into effect. And when that happens, it will dry up. That has always been a scenario that I put forward, that when the Europeans stop giving, when they have visa restrictions, people will no longer see the value in the passport, because they're not getting the passports to come to Dominica. They're not getting the passports because they want to come and settle in Dominica,
or
the
United States or England
or Europe, and especially Europe, because they know that the visas were in place for the United States. So for a lot of them, Europe is what was the main attraction. You're talking about 16, 17 countries that you had access to without a visa. That was a huge draw. And you remember a couple of months ago, the Norwegian government, they tracked down every person who had a Dominica passport in Norway and expelled them.
You serious?
Every single one of them. Yeah, that was like 3 months ago. And because they basically said that their view was that the EU is not taking action, we will take our own action. We believe that there is some problems with the CBI program, and they actually told these persons to leave the country.
The thing about this thing is one group of people that are benefiting from that. When I say group, I mean you see guys buying all around Roseau. In fact, I understand a person from the West Coast who just got in politics 3 or 4 years ago. Now he has built a mansion up in Sultan going up towards you all, Dr. Fontaine. So you wonder about this thing, and it looked like it's a personal thing for some of these people. They don't care where people suffer, and people are suffering. A number of people cannot go to the United States. They cannot go. They cannot even go to St. Croix and nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel for people who have medical emergencies and who otherwise would have gone to the US for medical treatment. I mean, that's a big problem. Persons who are on the waiting line to receive their green cards, that is no longer being issued. And even when they reintroduce the visas, $42,000 you have to put on.
How many people can pay that? $42,000 to get a visa.
To get a visa.
It doesn't make sense unless they're a real emergency.
Yeah. So
But can you imagine people cannot go to Guadeloupe and Martinique?
Yeah.
That would be a disaster.
That would be a disaster.
I mean, a lot of people make their living from going to Guadeloupe and Martinique.
That is correct.
A lot of people go there for a holiday, for shopping and so on.
Yeah,
so people have no access to countries like that. And I'm saying to people, and by the way, we're in July. I think October 15th, the confirmation period will cease. I'm saying to people out there, please, Missy, go and get yourself confirmed. Pointer to say, I'm not doing it, blah, blah, blah. That is a nonsense. If you do not go, you cannot vote. And that's the only way you can help to get rid of the suffering. I had a guy on the radio today, since Maria, that's about 10 years ago in Point Michel, the guy got his house, a whole family's house, everything plus, and then they're giving him a $2,000 and saying, go to that one. That one saying, I mean, come on, man. This is just too much. Good evening.
Yes, good night. You're talking about Guadeloupe. Right now, you cannot travel with how many pieces of luggage. It's just your clothes alone. You cannot bring down things. Things come different now for we Dominicans going Guadeloupe. Before you go Guadeloupe, you have your things. If you have a body, you have 2 pieces of luggage to go on the boat. Right now, you cannot have that again. You cannot even bring down all your load you used to bring down. You can bring down yogurt, you can bring down apple, you can bring down milk, you can bring down potato, the garlic and the codfish. You can't bring that SIBO. Then they just stop.
Yeah, well, it's really a
But I can be in Plymouth, Puno, and Dominic. So my cause or check you.
Yeah,
I think that too.
Yeah, it's a pain. We have another caller. Good evening. Bonsoir. Hello?
Yes, Sibo, good evening.
Good evening.
And Dr. Fontaine.
Yes, sir.
Sibo,
And Lobby is there too.
and Lobby, a big up Lobby. Sibo, as a little boy, I used to hear people talk about the goose that lay in the golden egg when Roosevelt carried to kill it. But every disappointment is a blessing, so now what he has to do is he's smart. Is to engage the EU to export our agriculture produce. Because remember, we had good relationship with EU, and with England. And when that case, that World Something organization, when that case come about, when Clinton was there, and they
the WTO. The WTO.
Yeah, the WTO case. When they take the preference away from us, the banana start to go down a little bit, and scare it, come and finish, kill it. But as a government, if it's smart, all they have to do is engage them and let them know, our economy, that's what we survive in us. I believe they can open the market for us, you know what I mean? But the main problem carried up with that visa problem and that CBI. It's the big money, how many $1 billion he cannot bring back, That security will never fix up. People never get back the visa to go and study and things. Because people have a lot of money. Security cannot tell Dominica people what to do with it, $1 billion. And that was one of the recommendations the EU had made to him. Bring back the money, let the money come in the treasury. Okay. And I believe that is the biggest hurdle he has. He cannot bring back that money because he take it and give it to Arab man. They need them as he building how many mansion they building hotel in Dubai. How can I caution them man doing people money, boss?
Okay, and thank you, caller. Thank you. We have another caller. Thanks, man. Good evening, caller. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
And all over everybody. What I'm finding is how relaxed Garrity is about the whole situation. He's treating it as though it's, in a
cavalier manner, right?
I hope they reconsider. That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
That is his response. I hope they reconsider. Wow.
Yeah, this is amazing. Another caller. Good evening. Hello? We lost that caller. Yeah. Good evening. Hello?
Yes, Sibo.
Yes.
Yes, Sibo, Dr. Fontaine. Look, I have a question for Dr. Fontaine. As I understood, that Martinique is now officially joined. Is it CARICOM or the OECS?
CARICOM.
OECS, I think OECS. Sure? Okay.
CARICOM.
Yeah.
CARICOM officially, so it has become official this week. Now, would the EU be able to prevent us from traveling to to Martinique. Well, I think maybe Guadeloupe will come after. With that, I'm referring to the directive they have given, the EU has given the guys with the CBIT. Would they be able to prevent us from traveling to Martinique?
The problem is that Martinique is not a sovereign country.
Department of France.
It's a department of France. So they will have to go according to the protocols of France, because from the time you enter Martinique, technically you have entered France. So it's not a question of Martinique preventing us or imposing visas on us. It's a question of France saying, well, Martinique is part of us and we will not, if we have visas in place. Because the fact of the matter is, from the time you are in the Martinique, from the time you enter Martinique, you can go to France. I mean, I've traveled between France and Martinique several times. When you land in the airport in
Immigration
Martinique,
won't trouble.
no immigration. It's like you're just, and similarly,
In other words, like going from St. Croix
it's
to New York.
domestic. It's like a domestic
Right,
flight. Similarly, you move from Martinique to Charles de Gaulle, and you just walk out. You don't go through nothing. So that's the problem that that we are going to have. So I don't think that CARICOM overcomes that. I think they would most likely respect this the fact that they're not a sovereign country and a department of France.
Wow. Good evening. What's up?
Yes, good night.
Good night.
So speaking about lower wages, I glad for you stay there. Okay. You hear the comments? You see better health care. You see, go to the Prime Minister. They have health. They have insurance. They have poverty. So much people have died in that spreadsheet in hospitals. And all the saying about better wages and better health care. Yeah, we have better health care.
Wow.
I'm sorry for Ian.
See why I saw that, I could not believe it. I had to replay that several times to make sure I was not.
But how could a man really, a person that is not foolish, to go on a platform and say something like that? It's not to say this is a man who has formal education.
Yeah.
To go on a platform and saying that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, and then when you think about it, well, just to mention that, and bear in mind, we have a minimum wage of $9 now in Dominica because we announced that they would put it up to 12.
Yeah.
And they ran and moved it from $6.50 to $9.
Yeah.
So to tell the Dominican public that we already have high wages, we already have low taxes, it's a laugh, And then the part about the insurance, the Prime Minister's insurance.
If there anybody don't go to the press. But what I do not understand, you have a Minister of Finance, you don't have to go to him. You have the Minister of Health. You're not saying first you go to him, saying, go to the Prime Minister.
But it's not true, Sibo. It's not true. He said everybody gets it. It is not true. They pick and choose.
Boy, this is really ridiculous. People really have been taken for fools in Dominica. Good evening. Last caller before the break. Good evening.
Good evening to everybody. All you fail to realize, Ian is the comedian for Labour Party. That's Labour Party comedian, and that is it.
This is really ridiculous. Right. We have another call. Let's take the last one. Good evening. Hello? No, we lost that one. Let's take this one. Good evening.
Sibo,
yes.
Of all the faults of Ian Douglas, the one that bewilders me the most is the people of Cuba are starving and the man looking fat like a hog. What kind of living accommodation does he have over there?
No, but listen, a diplomat, you can get anything. If you are a diplomat, you can get anything. You can bring in anything.
Is getting fat and people in Cuba are starving. Not good.
You know what, really, that was one of the most idiotic comments you could ever hear for a long, long time. I cannot believe somebody could really go on a platform and say something like that. I mean, obviously, you probably are now with the audience you're speaking to.
Yeah.
I mean, so you obviously think you're speaking to a bunch of fools, so they will believe anything you say. So talk that rubbish, and then you get away with it.
Unbelievable.
Yes, boy. Anyway, on that note, we'll take our first break.
Where in Roseau, Kimashabis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford. All chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast. And you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always ready.
The economic fabric Dominica revolves at AC Shillingford and Company. For timeless, trusted, dependable, comprehensive insurance coverage, it has to be New India Insurance. Need anything overseas? Shopbox Dominica and Isle of Freight is your advance on-time delivery right to your doorstep. For super savings on all your groceries, come to ACS Super Shopping Center for laundry, groceries, cooking, beverages, and event supplies on King Jonathan Street. ACS 7-Eleven on High Street, supplying your everyday essentials. Fill up your vehicle gas tanks, get your cooking gas, and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best-kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately, in Dominica, we've got Ensueno fabric softener. Ensueno is the conditioner of laundry care, making your clothes feel butterfly soft. This tougher Ensueno fabric softener, long-lasting, nature-inspired fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with a refreshing scent of spring fresh Ensueno fabric softener. Makes your clothes fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, AC Shillingford and Company. Available at all supermarkets, your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet or shop. Use Ensueno.
Looking for a quiet, relaxing place to stay? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close to town? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Located at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with private washroom, bathroom, Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Call or WhatsApp at 1767-275-1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away from home. Fit for a king, a queen, and all their royal subjects.
Yes, we're back, and before we join our guests here, we must never forget Trapita as well. Josephine Gabriel, always kind to supply us with Trapita water. And thanks to Josephine Gabriel, also Del Naji Sports Shop, ACS. So we must never forget our sponsors. Right. We're going to be talking to athletics, and we have with us in studio Mr. Cedric Harris, who is the coach of the Pioneers Athletics Club. They just came from St. Lucia, and he has two of the participants with him. So, Mr. Harris, good night.
Good night to Sibo and Lobby and Dr. Thompson Fountain and all listeners of QFM Radio right at the moment.
Well, let your guests say their names. I mean, you're not your guests, you're our guests, but your fellow participants, let them say their names.
Good night, my name is Aki Shaluk. Good night. Good night, my name is Aki Shaluk.
What race you run? What you specialize in?
The 400 and 800 meter.
Right. And
Good night. My name is Kevin Lifam.
And what race? What was your special race in St. Lucia?
My race was a 10K.
Thank you. Right. Cedric, yeah, let's get straight to you. Tell us, no, that was a private thing, club thing, right?
No.
Okay, tell us what happened in St. Lucia then? What was the meet about?
In St. Lucia over the weekend, we had the CARICOM 10K, and that's an event that is done annually. Every year in different locations of the Caribbean, or the CARICOM region, where the heads of government of CARICOM meet. So this year it was in St. Lucia, and we had Kevin Lifam, who was the representative for Dominica at that event. We also had with him Radian Felix, who is the Special Olympian of the year, and he also runs this event, but he's going there was on the club level. Kevin placed 7th overall. That's the highest position we have gotten thus far since Dominica have been participating in that event. And he placed among 309 participants. So for him, that was a big, and he also did a personal best. He going in there, well, as you know, 10Ks, we have not been running too many 10Ks in Dominica for a while. So his last 10K he competed in Dominica was like 2 years ago. And he ran 41 minutes and some seconds. This time he ran 37:24. Radian, on the other hand, ran 43:25, and he ran in a local 10-kilometer run. Out of 69, he was 10th. Kevin was 7th in the elite race, and Radian came in 10th in the local 10K in St. Lucia.
Well, let me ask you, if it was a CARICOM thing, why it is that it's your club that went to, not a national outstanding player who went to that thing?
Well, he is the national.
But your club, so he went out with your club?
He went there because he's a member of Finance Athletic. He's a member of the club.
So you went there to...
I went there
to accompany them.
National coach with a national athlete.
Also, the local athletic association.
It was covered by government. Government paid the expenses for Kevin and myself, accommodation and travel. Radian, on the other hand, was through private funding.
So, but the invitation would have been sent to the local athletics association?
The invitation goes through the sports division or Ministry of Sports, who then would pass it on to the athletic association to select its representative. In that case, Kevin have been the number one leading distance runner on island, undefeated in the 5K series that recently came through. He was the winner of that event. So he was the most qualified individual. And just prior to that, we were in St. Lucia at the Makiba Al-Sid Invitational, where he dominated the 5,000 meters in that event over there.
Well, let him tell us how things went in St. Lucia. Let him tell us.
All right, well, things went okay. I don't have no complaint. My body felt all right. And I was happy to get a personal best, that is for sure.
So how many participants took part in that race?
Well, as my coach said, 309.
In the running, what position again?
7th.
Oh, out of 300. Wow, that's very good. Very good. So what was the time?
Thibaut.
My time.
1 minute, Lobby, eh?
My time was 47 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead, Lobby.
Yeah, you ask a very pertinent question. It's a CARICOM. There's an athletic association, and I cannot understand in the life of me. You never had that thing. You have a CARICOM or even OECS, and is a club representative, regardless, even though the guy has won, but the association is the one. Can you say when it went to the sports division government, but there's an association. There's an association governing the sport in Dominica. So I really cannot understand that.
Well, let Cedric respond.
Yes, I respond to that because it looked like you maybe didn't hear or understand the response.
I understood everything.
Yeah, well, for some reason, maybe your mind is somewhere else. But anyway, Low Black, the CARICOM 10K, the invitation came through the government. The government then passed it on to the Athletic Association to select its representative. The representative for that event was Kevin Lefam. Kevin Lefam was the representative. And I was the coach selected. Kevin is a member of the Pioneers Athletics Club.
But Harris, I understand what you're saying. You said that the association selected the individual, so they
Yes.
should. You said the government paid. So just now, was there communication in terms of ticket to get to the games, and you all got the government involved?
You weren't listening again. Low Black.
I understand what you're saying, Harris.
By the government, the expenses,
in other
which means
words-
the traveling expensive, the tickets and accommodation, everything. Accommodation in St. Lucia, traveling through the boat, St. Lucia, departure tax,
In other
all
words,
expenses
in other words,
was covered.
Cedric, the CARICOM 10K is a government,
It's a
CARICOM
government
government
thing.
activity.
Right, but
yeah.
hear you.
Mhm.
Now, sports division, which is sports division.
Yeah.
Sports division comes under
The
Ministry
government,
of Sports. For any national selection,
Mhm.
for football,
Mhm.
basketball, athletics, whatever
They
it is,
refer to the
association
association,
is the one
won
doing the
that
selection.
selection. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I said.
Yes,
which was, I
yes,
think it
yeah.
was
I understood what you said. I'm Harris. I understood what you're saying. I've been in. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is this.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying that the association washed their hands and they decided that you will be responsible for the individual. Fight your own battle.
Before you answer, let's take that caller. Stick up in there. Let's take that caller. Good evening.
People, good evening, and everybody.
How are you? How are you, ladies? How are you?
Yeah, all I want to say, I just want to congratulate Cedric and the young athletes on what they have done. Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead, Cedric. There's another caller? No. Cedric, go ahead. Respond. Yeah, you wanted to respond.
Yes. Low Black, the association being the governing body for athletics in Dominica, for running in Dominica, they did the selection. The selection was done by the association, not Cedric Harris. Cedric Harris did not select anybody. The expense covered came from the government.
I understand everything, Harris.
But I have a different question though. Coming back to Mr. Cohen there, you made a statement regarding the regularity of 10Ks. I remember when I was involved
True.
many years ago, we used to have yearly competitions in
Yep.
10K. Right. So what has happened? I mean, why is it that it's unfortunate, and I'm thinking as well of the athlete, not having competed, you said, over 3 years, and still cutting his best time by 4 minutes. Imagine if he had the opportunity to be regularly competing. Why is it that you don't have this regular
Well,
10K organized as before?
I can't talk on behalf of the association. I'm just a club. I'm not a member of the executive of the Athletic Association. I must say that there is, on every year, there's a 5K series that they have, starts around September, where you have free events, free 5Ks in different locations in Dominica. That is the highest distance that we have covered locally. Why the 10Ks are not, I can answer that. I can answer. I mean, clubs, and I can tell you that now long distance running is almost diminishing. The numbers of long distance runners are getting very few, but I guess because of lack of the events.
Yeah, no
Because
competition.
there used to be the events for the 10K, as you remember. There was the OAS, OAS half marathon. There was the OECS half marathon and OECS half marathon. OECS 10K and half marathon. There's a number of events. These things are starting in the region. There are events in the region.
But
while we were in St. Lucia, we were
1 minute, Lobby.
invited to come over again sometime in December for along a road race. I mean, while we were there, we were also invited to come to Antigua for a half marathon. So there is races in the region. Now, again, what the body and the association is catering for is more, they look more towards the track.
But what have they told you? Though? I'm sure you've had that discussion with the Athletic Association. What are they telling you? That's the reason why they've cut back so drastically on the long distance.
There have been, honestly, there have been no discussion on that. But see, there is the 5K series. I know, what's his name? Westmar Rangers. They used to have
Godwin
Dorset.
Mm-hmm.
He used to organize Emmanuel Andrew Memorial Run. That's sometimes, I think somewhere in November it used to be, but for a couple of years now it has been, it no longer exists. So that event has been out, as you know, your Swedish pioneers we have been organizing. I mean, we have our Bride Pack every year. No, this year going to be the 10th year since it's been in existence. So we do that. But again,
So how do you keep your athlete
in shape,
enthusiastic and
motivated?
Motivated.
Well, he knows that the 5K series is normally coming up, and he runs towards that. I mean, training regularly. He trains regularly, and I make sure that even the training, I don't kind of frustrate him in that point. Now, I have a couple of long distance runners, so they get their over distance runs. So anytime the opportunity comes up for that, they are ready. 5,000 meters is the longest distance we have on track those days. They no longer have 10,000. If again, athletes, I would say, they were 5,000. He would see himself and Reddy and one other guy from Pioneers, and nobody else shows up. So I think it's just the association need to, sensitize and maybe do something else towards getting the athletes and the clubs soon. To see, because long distance running, long time ago, we don't have a track, and even back then, we had a number of 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, and they were always loaded up. Especially the Carinaos, they were very much involved in that. The Carinaos was not
go ahead, LeBlanc.
Yes, look, Sebastian, the first thing I want to, I listened to Harris there, talking. You have an annual general meeting every year. And that annual general meeting, the association have their plans, what they're doing, there's a schedule for the year. And I am shocked to hear about this deficiency in distance running. So what I have realized is that years gone by, what I used to do, first of all, in terms of going about and looking for the athlete, the school sports. Schools used to have their sports day. They had their cross country. So these things are not vibrant anymore. Because look, I remember looking at grammar school having a cross country. I seen people walking, girls had their umbrella. I mean, it's not like what it used to be, but it used to be. All right? Because there's no enforcement, Sebastian. You went to the grammar school. Days gone by in terms of cross country. It was a serious thing in sports days. Very, very, very serious. You want to give you have on the points, get points. I was not a distant runner, but when I was in SMA, I did my cross country. I did very, very, very well. We look forward to that. Even when I was coaching at the time, I got some good distant runners, from the schools. But looking like this school sports the sports day is not vibrant as before.
We haven't heard from Miss Luke, and we only hear you through that. Yes. She was in St. Lucia as well? Or with your team before?
Not this time around. She was in St. Lucia at the Makiba Al-Sid Invitational earlier this year. Well, actually on the 31st of May, where she ran the 800 meters. She was the champ. She won that event. And just recently, she went to the OECS Games, which was held on the same weekend we were in St. Lucia, in St. Kitts. And she can tell you.
With the Dominica team,
the Dominica team.
And she took part. Well, tell us. Well, we want to hear from her. We want to hear from her. Tell us. Tell us. People want to hear you say that.
Okay. So over the weekend, I ran the 800 and I came second.
You mean the OECS?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. It an open event or it's
open?
Open and you came second. Yeah. Wow.
There's only 3 of us in the race.
Huh?
There's only 3 of us in the race.
Yeah, in the 800?
Yeah.
So you run the 400 as well?
Yeah.
So what position you place?
8th.
Out of how many people?
8.
So what was your time in that?
I didn't get my time at the end of the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But in the 800, what was the time? Yeah. That is Kieran. Well, Kieran is 400 meters. So yeah.
So do you know what time?
She ran.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can give a time.
Yes, Akisha ran 2:24:63.
Okay.
In there, in that event. I mean, that's not her personal best, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but she can tell you reasons. I mean,
So what happened? Tell us what happened.
Well, I came out from fifth form this year.
Right.
I had CXC, so I was balancing.
Oh, so you hadn't trained a lot.
I wasn't training, but I stayed in Right South and and sometimes it's a challenge for me to come training because I had to balance training and CX at the same time. It was kind of frustrating.
Also, you're the valedictorian as well. Wow!
So I can see the balancing act.
Yeah, the education and the sports. Yeah, that's lovely.
Which school?
Goodwill Secondary. Valedictorian. Man, that's outstanding. Eh?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
You know, Frederick, I don't have a question for you. What I've noticed, you're a guy, you went away studying, you qualified guy. But when the national team goes away, I don't see them taking you as a coach. What's happening there? Tell us. No, I wanted to ask you that question.
I have said to you already. I mean, I don't select myself. I
know that. That's
I don't select myself, and I do what I do because of the passion I have for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get any trip anywhere with anybody. So if the powers that be see that, hey, they request my appearance, I am always ready. I'm always ready to go. I must tell you though, even this time around, I've been informed that the CAC Games, which is an event that is coming, I did have a discussion with the president of the association even before that, and he asked me if I will be available to go any events this year. I told him yes, but I said August 1st I must be in Dominica. And I'm saying that because there's a heritage relay that is going to be happening in Daly's with Miss Shirlene Graham, and I've been assisting her from inception to make sure the event happen. I told her, look, I will be there for you on that day. And I said, look, anytime before the 1st of August, after the 1st of August, I have to be in Dominica for August 1st.
So when is the CAC Games?
The CAC Games is somewhere around the 24th.
Of July?
Of July. And it's games, there are many games.
Where is it going to be held?
It's going to be in Santo Domingo. No, sorry. Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. But it's games, so it's not one event. It's boxing, there's basketball, all those things. And it goes up to August 3rd. That's the case. I can't be on that.
All right.
Because I did inform you guys, if you all need me, any event before or after.
In fact, there's a team out now, right? The national team who left today or something like that.
Free athletes.
Free athletes. Where are they going to? Where did they go?
They went to Mexico. They went to Mexico
NACAC.
for the NACAC on the 18th, on the 23. And there's one of ours from Pioneers, Keone Esprit, was the sole.
Well, you said that I might know Dr. Funky a little bit. People out there don't know
North
that's
American,
the acronym for what? That's the acronym for what?
North America, Central America, and the Caribbean.
Right, because people out there want to know what it's the acronym for what.
Yes.
Sebastian.
And it's in Mexico.
Yes, Lobby.
The other two
I'm Harris. Who is the PRO for the Flag Association?
Judy, what's the last name? It's a new person. She just from Portsmouth.
So you have been on the association.
Judy Larrock.
Yeah, tell us what is the function of the PRO? Because if you have a PRO, I serve as PRO.
Wrong person.
I serve as PRO.
Well, I don't know if Harris can answer that. I doubt Harris can answer that.
No, he knows because he used to be the president of the association. He knows the function of the PRO.
Well, I mean, I must say to you, I mean, all fairness, this new lady, well, she's new because that's the first time she's taken up that role. She have changed things around a bit. I mean, I don't hear much on the radio, but I know she's doing a lot of work.
But that's where
social media concerned. I mean, she put things on Facebook, on Instagram, all those things with the association. I know she does that, and she also reach out to the clubs. She reach out to me whenever I do anything and ask me what I have, send her something so she can again promote it on the DAAA Facebook. So I can't say I haven't heard her voice much, honestly, but she is doing something.
Because why I ask that question, Harris, Sibo, and Dr. Fong, ask that question. I've observed for some time now, it's not just this year, that the PROs on the association, they just don't exist at all. Your role is to dispense information. All right? Information. For example, you as the PRO could be here. You have free athletes going to the under 18, under 23. A very prestigious, competition. And I hardly hear all these things at times. The president, or the PRA president. You have a secretary. You don't hear these people at all. All right, and the PRO is supposed to be there. She has to be exposed. You know, she has to be exposed. Not just yes, you have social media, but it helps you a lot to come on the program.
So like when we get the Athletic Association, of course we have
They'll
to
be
stop
here
it
next
that
week
we
for
have to
sure.
raise with them.
They will be
But
here
I,
next
but I
week.
wanted to come back to a young athlete there, and I realized that you're doing both the 8 and the 400. These are two very difficult races. I mean, and Cedric probably to you as well. He can probably help out. Any plans of her specializing one over the other? I mean, it seems the 800 is a better event. I mean, I know what's her personal best in the 8? What's her personal best in 800?
Personal best is 221.13.
221, and she needs to be just around 2 to be really.
Yes,
yeah,
and
just about 2.
I think another thing I can tell you, it's work in progress. I mean, she's getting better.
She's getting better.
And training again. She's a developing athlete.
Yes,
We have to
I
be
know,
careful
but
what we increase the load. But
right. So that's why I raise the issue of specialization. I mean, any plans of having a specialized in either the 8 or the 4 as against doing both?
Well,
because these are fairly taxing
But
events.
I can say that. I mean, even though the marketing strategy here is to get her out of Dominica, get her out of Dominica, and coaches out there, once they start looking for you, they ask, hey, you can tell them 100 meters, 100 alone, you're a sprinter. No, I don't care about 100 alone. What else can give?
No, I can understand
What else
102,
bring?
but 4 and 8 is
4 and 8, yes. That's, I mean, one Torino in Cuba.
One
That's what they did. I mean,
one Torino.
that one Torino.
Because the
That's
400
a
meters
combination.
is
I
one
mean,
of the most difficult races. Remember, it's a one lap, and it's not a one lap jogging. It's at good speed, so it's a difficult race. The 400 meters.
But you have athletes to 2-4.
Right.
You have 2-4.
Well, yeah.
2-4.
Johnson did that, Michael Johnson.
2-4 seems a better mix than
Yeah,
the
than
4-8. 4-8 is tough.
I would say it's a better mix. I mean, it's just
It's the athlete. I mean, the training.
volume, and I mean, what you
No,
bring in.
but I also wanted to hear from her. I mean, what do you think? Do you want to specialize, or you're happy doing both of them?
I have doing the both.
You're happy? All right.
No, but
You just okay.
You run the relay too for my
You run
phone?
the relay.
Oh.
Okay.
But Sebastian,
Uh-huh.
I just want to say something here, just listening to the conversation. I mean, 4 and 8. One trainer was a one-off. That was a one-off. And a one-off athlete. They call him the Caballero. Or just something else. The 400 is a race by itself. The 400, one of the most taxing races. The 800, nowadays, first of all, these races everything have changed completely in the distance to the long distance races. So you can do maybe the 1 and 2, 2 and 4. Either you 2 1, but it's a lot, it is not easy to hear 4 and 8. All right. You have to start looking at from 8 you can do into 15, but 4 and 8 I cannot recall it. I can in terms of going, yes, in terms of club competition, but if you have in terms of you're inspiring to go, to move further afield. All right, you can look at maybe the 8 and 15, but the 4 and 8, I cannot say I won't hire an athlete to do 4 and 8. The 4 by itself now, the times people running is unbelievable now. It's not easy.
Go ahead. He want to respond, Louis.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just want to say this there. I mean, Akisha sitting here. Akisha is the 2025 Winner Island School Games 400 champ.
You serious?
Sitting right here.
What time she ran?
Champ. All right, Winner Island School Games. And Lobby know what the full.
No, what time she ran? Harris.
It's a whole mix up. One day you have to do 3-4 events and 5 events just back to back. And she will, manage to come in and handle that. She medal in the 4, she medal in the 8. So, again, it's just like I said, it's work in progress. Work in progress.
Right.
Once you get out of this system, you're gonna see things gonna develop and get better. But we have to, again, I said, just as a marketing tool, we have to make sure that we have the athletes prepared, ready. Because coaches ask questions, and when they ask questions, they want to know, hey, can she run a 200? Can she run a 400? And she run a 8?
But Harris, question for you. What's the time in the 2 and the 4? The 200.
The 200 she don't run too much. Because
she
in terms of competition, we don't compete there.
No,
I can tell you at training, she has run a 25. But that's
a 20. You said she has run a 25 flat.
That's in training. All right.
But the 200 is 2 fours, is 2 toes. The 400 and any track is 2 toes, and you need the speed. You need that 200. You're able to float it that first 200, and it's not easy. All right. And I believe in terms of looking her prospect, in terms of going. Yes, the child is young. She still you have to guide her, let her understand, and she herself has to get involved in the sport. Look at the myths, read on the sport, see what it entails. Don't depend on the coach with the coach alone. You got to read, have your own input as time goes by. Look at the events, look at international events. What do I forget about Dominica? When I coach in Dominica, I tell them don't look about the time in whether I can compete, whether my time I can compete with those on the outside. You have to read a lot and prepare yourself for outside there, because the sport is getting tougher and tougher.
So Akisha, I'm going to ask you another question. I know, which of the 2 events do you prefer?
I never thought of that question already. I never thought about that question.
You like them both because you just love to run and you like the 4 and the 8.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, Cedric, we have come to the end of this discussion. It was really nice for you to come and bring your 2 outstanding athletes, I would say, and a valedictorian. That is even more outstanding, to have an outstanding young lady like that who can excel in sports and academics as well.
So we can see her hopefully in the US getting an athletic scholarship or something.
There's
Definitely.
something
Yes,
going on.
absolutely.
And as I said, well, again, thank you for having us this evening. This evening, and always a good opportunity to give the athletes an opportunity to interact with the general public, because we need to hear from them sometimes what's happening. I want to say that there's still more events coming up. We still have a national championships on the 19th of July, and so both of them.
A national championship.
National, yeah.
Okay.
That's
next weekend.
Yes, that's an event that is.
That is the World Cup final.
That must happen.
At the Windsor Park?
No. It's a Portsmouth.
Okay.
Portsmouth and
national event.
National event. Okay. So they will be there and competing.
Okay.
It's one day event.
A one day event. So,
well,
yeah. So
I don't think Emmanuel heard that.
I heard it in a 1 day, 2 days.
It's an open event as well. I mean, so
2 days event. Young athletes.
You can have no categories per se. So
oh wow!
Akisha was under 20 athletes. She has to compete in the open.
Wow.
Why is that so, Harris?
That's how the national champs is. I mean,
right now.
Yes, Louis.
So you have no chance to be a junior then.
What's that? Well, yeah, the best of the best is who come up. I mean, and right now, I'm telling you,
that's like a thing, man.
My hand.
No,
I can come to athletes on one hand, maybe if I have to. Once the athletes turn 20 in Dominica, they seem to disappear because again, there's no plans. There's no plans for them. The association, with no resolution, I can say, is focusing on the character games. That is it, character. And once you're no longer in character range and you're still here, and not in a university, you can practically say the events out there are limited. I, as a point of view from a club, a club, I try to make it something where I do some strategic alliances with the region, Martinique, Guadeloupe, St. Lucia, so I can give the athletes who is, again, better athletes who is above the age of 20 some opportunity to go out, because most of the outside meets is the overseas-based athletes that are going. So after a while, get frustrated. Hey, we ain't going nowhere.
No, but Harris, you just said something there. You said the meets on the outside are overseas, but you must tell the people that everything is time, because you can't be running, for example, 1 minute for 400 meters and expecting to go out there and compete with people that are running 54 and 55 or 53, 54. We have to. That's my brother. I understand what you're saying, what has been happening. All right. But even going Guadeloupe, Martinique helped us during my time. It helped us a great deal. All right. The athletes we utilize Martinique and Guadeloupe a lot, and the other mission in the region. All right, because they're
Right. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you, young lady, young man.
Good luck.
Keep going. Good luck. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay,
Oh,
Cedric.
and in closing, this weekend, I'm not the promotion person for that event, but there's the Bowie Road Race that every year.
When Sunday?
On
Different from
Saturday.
to Colby Street in
Yes,
the
and
afternoon.
they both will be there.
Both of them will be there. So I hope to hear them in the top.
Defending champ.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's outstanding, eh? Dr. Funke. Look
Yes,
glad to have a
yes.
young lady like that who can excel in school and because
Athletics,
in
yeah.
the days gone by, that's how it was in SMA and DGS, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean now, but you find people now the want the children or the teachers all they're concerned about who gets the most CXC. See? But what you want is well-rounded students,
Yes,
eh?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that is what you want.
But she's very, very impressive. But I think sooner or later, I guess she will settle into one or the other
Mhm,
because
yeah.
you can't carry both.
Because
There's
400 and
there's
800,
just
that's
no
going to
way,
be tough.
no,
I
no,
mean,
but
if you really want to be
Sibo.
taken serious, if you really want to make it, you have to
Mm.
specialize.
because I remember Michael Johnson ran 2 and 400.
Yeah,
The-
But
yeah.
Michael
the-
Johnson was Michael
Michael
Johnson.
Sibo, but the issue,
I
Sibo, the issue is this, I listened to her, a guy who I understand that. You need the speed. You need speed. First of all, you need 200-meter speed. You even have to you need some even 100-meter speed. You need that because the 400 is a speed endurance race. It's a speed endurance race. Look, nowadays, let me tell you something now. It has become, I do not know how athletes are seeing that because from the 8 go up, you haven't got a speed background, don't go there at all.
Okay, we have with us Denver Dublin, who's going to be talking to us about some project he has. He's going to be keeping, I think it's this weekend at the Massac Court. Denver, good evening.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening.
Your mic-
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening.
Right. We have Dr. Funke there, Lomi there. Tell us about that project you have this week, which takes place this weekend.
Okay, gentlemen, basically, my passion for basketball over the years, playing high school, college, representing Dominica locally, nationally. And when I look at basketball and the level at which it has now, compared to the level it was before in time of Winsapak days, the level has dropped a lot. So for the last 2 years, I decided, let me just try the coaching business, and then I started coaching Convent High School because my daughter went there. She actually graduated this year. So she played for the Convent High School team for the last 2 years, from form and fifth form. She wanted to play netball, but I didn't discourage her, but I still told her, hey, since not your father into basketball, why not try it out now? Just get a few girls who are interested and let's just try to make a team. And actually, we did make a team. Last year, we played in the finals. We lost against PSS. And then we came back this year. We lost a few players who went to the college. And we actually were undefeated this year and won the championship against the same college team. So after that, I say, you know what? God's timing is everything. Because it's a passion. It's something I wanted to do a long time. But the timing wasn't right. Because if you remember the high school up in Jimmy, which is Nehemiah Comprehensive, there is a basketball surface there. There were two poles, but no backboard and no rims. And I was living right next to it. So I say, you know what, boy, better try to utilize that, and try to see if I can get the Jimmy community, Mao, maybe Campbell, one or two. But then COVID came, then Maria came, then I say, okay, well, yeah, let me just leave that alone. But here it came again, so I say, this time you have to try something. I saw the vision, I dreamt about it. My parents, my family home said, hey, that's your passion. Go for it. So I just decided, let me just put everything down, so I can get some sponsors, make up an executive team, and then see how far that can be. Because at the end of the day, you see our athletes, they can make a big difference in terms of the whole community vibes, the whole country. So I say if that can work and we can give the youths, the children, boys, girls, the opportunity to express themselves through sports, why not do it? Why not go for it? You know, and then so far the support, trust me, I'm very much happy about the support I'm getting. Yeah.
Well, tell us now what exactly you're going to be doing, and when and where.
Okay, so from Saturday, this Saturday, which is 11, from 1 to 2, I'm actually going to launch the program. That is a basketball academy. The name of the academy is Beyond Hoops Academy. The name speaks for itself, Beyond. So it's life after basketball, not just, basketball alone. Because at the end of the day, after basketball, you will end up into the working world, so it's everything. So it's, we accepting boys and girls ages 7 to 16.
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening. Tell us. We need to.
Yeah, and then the training will take place in Massac. That is on Saturdays and during the week, at least 3 to 4 times during the week. And I also want to.
Is it during the vacation alone, the summer vacation, or it will continue when school reopens?
No. After the summer finish, it continues.
Okay.
But it's not just Massac facility. What I want to do, because there are parents who tell me they cannot make it to Massac, so I have to try this so I can, move it around. At least, have it a few days in the stadium. And then what I intend to do, okay, it's like on a Saturday, I will tell the parents, hey, parents, we are going to, go down St. Joseph, I will get the St. Joseph, the committee members down there involved. I'll take the same group, boys and girls in the academy, say, we'll take a bus and let's go down St. Joseph. Let's do a training session on the basketball court in St. Joseph. Then we'll decide, let's go Portsmouth. So at least we can get the community of St. Joseph or Portsmouth involved. You understand? Yeah, that's basically it.
Right. And go ahead, Lobby.
Yes. How are you, brother? Yes, good to hear.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I'm very happy what you're going to do. The first question I have for you said you're accepting the ages from 7 to 16.
Yes.
Are you getting a size 4 balls for the 7-year-olds, or is it the same size?
No, size 4, size 5, size 6 and 7.
Oh, you have. Okay, that is good.
Yeah. And then well, let me just continue. My equipments, I have some agility equipments, ladders, the hurdles, the cones.
Yeah, the work on agility.
Hollywoods.
Yeah, but no, yes, but the balls, I'm happy that you have small sided balls.
You see, I have one right there.
That's good. I know, right? I see that you have that there. Very important to have the small sizes ball, because some of the kids, their hands are small.
Yeah.
You have to, yes, ball handling skills, and I understand what you said, because I'll tell you, I saw the sports division. I saw the sports division secondary school girls competition, and I saw something which, during my tenure in the sports division, I tried to eliminate. Try to talk to the basketball coaches that the girls, they got to learn to defend properly. The problem is that they're not shuffling. You got to learn the girls how to shuffle. They just they barge into each other. A lot of fouls. Some of the games. Yeah. And I believe that is something I'm hoping that can be ironed out very, very early. Learning how to shuffle, how to mark.
Right. So Denver, I know you can't stay too long because of where you are now. So let's get it right again. So it's Saturday, it starts 11 o'clock.
Yes, Saturday is basically the luncheon, inviting certain different guests, the parents, the children, just to come and actually hear what the vision is, hear what the mission is, and then from 1 to 2 p.m. and then we'll continue after that, set the schedule for the days in the weeks and then the Saturdays. Because Lobby and Dr. Funke and Sibo, what I realize with our academies and sports, you see, the Saturdays, it's not enough. There's no way you can have 1 day in the week and 4 days in a month for the athletes and them to get to the level you want to get them. That's impossible. Because sports, especially when you train kids, is a repetition. The more they practice, the more they do it, it becomes part of them when they grow up. The body, the muscle building up, and it's muscle memory. So if you do it at least on a Saturday and 2 to 3 times a week, it's going to become part of them, you know. So that's what I intend to do.
Well, I applaud you for that, and I hope you will get sponsors. I hope the parents, the students themselves will take it seriously. And I just want to congratulate you on that project you're going to start on Saturday. Thank you very much, Denver. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks. Let's take a break now, Dr. Fontaine. And then when we come back, we speak football.
Where in Bozo,
World Cup.
Walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's that ABC Shillingford all chicken parts available that you can afford fresh breast. And you know breast is the best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork, meat, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always ready.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately, Dominica will go and Sueno fabric softener. And Sueno is the home care, making your panties feel butterflies. Discovering Sueno fabric softener, long-lasting, nature-inspired fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with a refreshing scent of spring fresh and Sueno fabric softener. Makes it feels fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, AC Shillingford & Company, available. Also on your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet, Ocean. Use Sueno.
Looking for a quiet, relaxing place to stay? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close to town? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Located at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with private washroom, bathroom, Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Call or WhatsApp at 1767-275-1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away.
Get your cooking gas and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
Yes, and we are back. And like I always said, Josephine Gabriel, always willing to supply trap with Trapito water. Real Magis Sports Shop, you can't forget them when you're looking for sneakers, t-shirts, AC Shillingford as well. Now, we're going to talk local football. We have with us the PRO of the DFA, Mr. Ebby Lawrence. Good night, sir.
Good night, Mr. Sebastian. Good night, Dr. Fountain. Good night to the panelists. And if Lobby is on,
Lobby's there, yeah, he's
as
there.
well.
Yeah.
Good night to all.
Right, Ebby, we're hearing a lot of goals. Jubla, in fact, I think I heard them score 12 goals in a match. Is that a fact?
Dubla scored 12 recently, yeah.
My goodness.
And, well, actually, in the game of football, Dubla scored 12 for the last game, and the one they played a day before, they scored 4. So Dubla is leading technically Southeast by 19 goals. As I stand presently, there is a game going on live at the Stock Farm Technical Center.
Which team is playing? Southeast. What's the score now?
United.
What's the score, Ebby?
No, it's love all for the time being.
Okay. So,
And,
go ahead. So it's Southeast against Zoom? Southeast against Zoom, you say?
Southeast versus United.
Okay, okay.
And we know that this match is important for both teams because we United, yes, although they had a stellar performance last weekend, but they're still fighting and are grasping to really see themselves at the top tier, in the top tier of the Premier League. Nonetheless, we saw Midland shaking that of Belfast Estate now Soccer Strikers 1-0 recently. So the football in the second round is actually going well. Yeah, there is also much to be desired again because you see certain times the lack of training or the lack of proper discipline bringing the athletes themselves in a little sad position. But nonetheless, I am satisfied, and many of our spectators can as well feel the same. But we are satisfied with how the overall season is unfolding.
Who plays this weekend? Which teams play this weekend?
Okay, where we stand, let me get the scheduling for you. One second, just give me a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Ebby, are you there?
I'm still there. Just, my phone is dropping. Just give me a second.
All right. So we can get the you're looking at the schedule of games?
Yeah, for this weekend, yeah.
For this weekend. Okay. I can assist him with that.
Well, Dr. Funken is trying to assist you, Ebby.
The service is dropping, so I'm trying to boost get the boost for me to give you the game. So just give me a second. I'm trying to stand in an area where I will get proper service.
You at Stock Farm now, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes. So is it?
Well, hold on, Ebby. Dr. Fontaine found it. He's not going to say it.
Yes. Okay. So
excuse me.
Dr. Fontaine found it. He's going to just call it. Not. Yeah.
Where I'm standing, I do not have service for the time.
Wow.
Okay. So
just hold on, Ebby. Hold on. Yeah.
So tonight, Southeast is playing against We United.
We United, yeah.
Tomorrow, Bombers will play Mighty Avengers. And on Saturday, Baffert State will play against Point Michelle, as well as Harlem against Maho. Those games on Saturday.
Yes, and we will also have some first division games playing as well in the weekend. For example, I know on Sunday tomorrow we will have Southwich playing at the Technical Center, and we will have a game at Newton also. But like I'm standing, I must say we need at least from the internet services
But aren't you all carrying internet? Don't you all carry the football? So how the committees are doing it on the internet? I thought you all are carrying
I'm not standing next to them so as not to infringe on their speaking. So I stand away from them.
Okay.
They normally get connection from a neighbor, so I do not want to stand directly. If I was closer to them, I would have gotten full range.
Okay.
But I'm buffering. I'm buffering.
Listen, before you go, because see that you're having problem. Last week, the DFA president was in studio. I asked him about the coach because today is the 9th of July. Dominic is playing football in less than 2 months. He spoke about you had something to sort out before. Has that been done? Have you all appointed the coach?
Well, where I stand, I am not privy to many things, but I know in due time, like I've stated and I've said to the nation, that in due time the coach will be made available to the public. And I'm not in a position right now to comment as to what is going on. The coach wrote to me to the president as to where the discussion ended. I am not in a position at the moment to discuss.
But how do you expect the team to perform if people are not even in training? There's a tournament competition starting in less than 2 months. Huh?
One of the things that I would reckon to Mr. Sebastian is that the very players that we are considering, thank God, they are playing. But are they playing as a unit? That now is for the coach to decide. So I know, and many wants to know what is going on with the national team. And that is the prerogative is that of, because that is his domain, the president and the management of the senior national men's team to make available the coach and the necessary resources that will take the national team forward. As to when training will commence, I would have believed training would have started, but again, there are certain logistical things that must be done to get things in a better framework than it is.
Okay. Well, Obi, I hope by next week you'll be able to give us the name by next week, so we have the name to tell listeners. Huh?
To the first day, so I believe so, Mr. Sebastian.
No problem.
Because like I would say to persons that many times when one would speak, one would believe that she is not informed, but most times not being informed is not the actual picture. It's just a matter of the information not being ready made available by those that needs to hear it, and it causes one or others to look like the entire system is a group of incompetents, but that's not the case. It's just a matter of putting things in order. It may just take 1-2 persons to prove to a group of persons that the others are not incompetent. But you, Mr. Sebastian, would know where I'm going if that's so. I just want to rest it there for now.
Okay, right. So we'll speak to you again next week then. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Right, guys, we're going to speak about World Cup now. The World Cup, you have politicians getting involved, referees playing the fool, VAR to me is a waste of time, and all sorts of things. And you know, the Egypt-Argentina game seemed to have irritated a lot of people all over the globe. I mean, to me, like we will say in local language, they follow Egypt in local language.
I thought the VAR was supposed to prevent that abuse by a referee.
Yeah.
So, for example, the penalty against Mo Salah, I expected the VAR to take a look. They not even look at it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, but he was stripped.
But in the second goal, Egypt scored. To me, that's a brilliant goal.
Yes.
They run almost 100 yards to score, and then they go back. You know, I hear people, I cannot believe that people in the studio will be directed to do that nonsense, or even a referee. I can't believe, because you know, sometimes it's here after you knowing if people get paid to do foolishness, you know that. Sometimes
the fact
that
is,
if referees get a pay or bookmakers.
they bet on those things.
Because, I mean, when you watch that game, there's no way Egypt should have lost that game. No way.
No, I mean, you heard the president of FIFA say that 13 fouls were committed by Argentina that was not called. 13.
But that guy should resign, eh? Infantino is a disgrace, really. Because, you know, guys, what I find, you know, many times, lobby Dr. Franklin, that FIFA intervened and said that politicians get involved, so they suspend countries. That has happened.
That is right.
Now you suspended countries, and then you have a politician calling you, and you withdrew the suspension of a player to allow him to play. Now England appealed the red card of Tenta, you know, they appealed it, the defender who got the red card.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has happened. So how is it fair that foolishness that could go on, and this guy is enjoying, and no less a person that Jack Warner is now is calling for him to resign. No, Jack Warner is one of the biggest disgrace in football. 1 minute, Lobby. Let's take this call and you'll come in. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, this thing about politicians getting involved is one thing. But I just want to let you know that I have read I've studied the mentality of white supremacists. They don't believe in following rules. They will make it appear that they're following rules, but they will do every crooked thing to look like a supremacist, to be a supremacist.
Wow.
So I don't underestimate it one bit, because Argentina has a reputation already. Nothing.
Yeah. Lobby, you were saying.
Yes, Sebastian. Number one, last week you said, which I agree, that the group, as you can see, the whole thing is for Argentina to win the World Cup.
Well, it was fixed. You remember I said that?
Yes. You have seen so. Just now, Sebastian, when Infantino came into, when he won, remember he came, to improve on the image of FIFA. The image of FIFA. What has unfolded before our eyes right now is tantamount of, for him to resign forthwith. And they have to investigate the officials. I'm sure the officials have been paid, because VAR, as you said, is a waste of time. It's a mockery. It's a total mockery.
It's not like umpires call. Same thing like umpires call in cricket.
I don't blame the VAR. I blame the people, because it seems that they use teams. From what I understood is that the French referee had his team. So the guy at the VAR is part of his team. I don't know if they're part of his.
For people who don't know what VAR means, the video assistant referee. For people out there. Go ahead, Dr. Bob.
So I don't blame the VAR. I blame the whole system. And it is clear something was wrong with that game. It was clear based on even the fact that now FIFA has actually fired and said that they will have no further part in the
referees.
The referees.
That is just a smokescreen.
No longer have any part in the competition. Tells you that something went down there.
But if you look at the team Argentina played, that's what I said from last week. Argentina haven't played no team in top bracket of world football. Not what? Saudi Arabia, Jordan, all these kind of teams. They will probably only play if they get to semi-final.
Like tomorrow, so the team tomorrow,
and then France or Spain. Because France or Spain can only play in the semi-final. They can't play in the final. So France can play Spain in a semi-final. So Argentina has gotten a free rein, and really is a joke. That kind of nonsense, irritating people all over the globe, man. It's really, really a disgrace, honestly.
Sebastian, let me tell you, but look, I have looked at the whole thing, first of all. When Messi scored that goal, did you see how jubilant Infantino was? How jubilant he was? Because you're supposed to be neutral. Look, it's like the man had won something, the man could have touched the roof. I saw the man got on. I have never seen that in my life. So
it's really a disgrace.
People have realized, all they can say, but also to me they have damaged the image of Messi, and they have exposed Sebastian. They have exposed the racism in Argentina. Since the last World Cup to now, people have realized what has happened. People have what has happened to black people in Argentina. One of the things of this World Cup, Sebastian, you have been following sports for years. The presence of black people. Look at the presence of black players all over, and all the teams. Did you ever think, Sebastian, in your lifetime, you would have seen 80% of the English players are black?
You're right.
That?
You're right. Yeah, the number of teams now with black players. But if you look at the Morocco team of today, you know that one player was born in Morocco. Not one of them. Not one of the Morocco players was Morocco. And one thing, guys, I'm sure the goalkeeping in the World Cup has been outstanding.
Oh yes.
The goalkeeping in the World Cup.
Oh yes.
The goalkeeping has been outstanding. Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know. They're all saying that they're using for the luck of the draw. So I don't know if Argentina got the luck of the draw. It was manipulated for Argentina to get all the weaker teams. And what you all say is true about Egypt and Argentina. In over 100 something years, you go back VAR to check if it was a goal and disallowed the goal. But when Egypt had issue, like the Mohamed Salah issue and other things. They never go back and look after it. They never go back. And another thing, my pot of changes.
Go ahead.
And my pot of go.
Your friend of thought.
The second goal of
you can always call back. You can always call back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Lobby, what you saying?
Yes, I was Siba. Yes, you look first of all the game with Cape Verde, Sebastian. Do you know that the goalkeeper has gotten a contract with Nike? He has his own boots now. It's
brilliant. That goalkeeper.
Yes.
Look, man.
But coming back to that controversy over Argentina, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, that has really overshadowed the competition,
Of course.
And I mean, from you can do some fixing, because from the way you do the grouping, they don't dip for the groups.
Well, that is why I said from the start, to me, this thing designed so that because you should have deep. In fact, when I asked Glenn the thing, he's saying about no, you cannot have a thing like that. Like the winner of Group E. It's people that decided that. You should dip for that. Somebody cannot sit down in a room and decide, well, the winner of that group will play that, because you can know.
Because based on how you in the initial group, they can tell if you can beat the teams that come out first.
Yeah. And Argentina getting an easy ride. That's what I'm saying. An easy ride.
I mean, I don't know.
And I hope Switzerland beat them, honestly.
But when they were pushed as they were by Morocco, should have won this game. I mean, that was just a real atrocity.
Good evening.
Sorry to call so often.
No problem. Keep calling.
This racist thing has me. Now, look at the case of Donald Trump calling to reverse that red card.
Yeah, I know.
And even admitting that he didn't know what a red card was.
Yeah, you're right. He said nothing about red card. He said that, Donald Trump.
No, but I want to open your eye on this. The fact that he is a white supremacist and he wants America to win. But in order for America to win, he has to get that red card off a very dark-skinned man who is his best player. So it doesn't look so bad from our perspective.
Yeah.
But if you just think of him as a white supremacist who is just as bad as the Argentinians, he's just manipulating it and using his power to get what he wants so that his team can win. Unfortunately, karma, being the bitch that she is, taught him a stiff lesson.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. Well said. Let's take this next caller. Well said. Next caller. Good evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just what I want to say is like the non-traditional football team compared to the bigger teams and the more established teams like the South American teams and the European teams. I find teams and non-traditional football teams, they perform very good in the World Cup. So what I wanted to tell you now, before the Argentina and Egypt game, I was listening long before they know they would meet. Listen to an interview with John Barnes. What John Barnes was saying, FIFA set up the matchup just for the bigger teams to go through and the stars on the bigger team to go through, because it's there they're getting the most revenue. Imagine if you have Cape Verde in a final and you have the smaller teams, not traditional teams in a final. Your revenue wouldn't be as much as you have France, England, and
Argentina and Spain,
and Brazil, So that's why they set it up for the bigger team, and the team that have the start to go through where they could get a lot of money in the viewing.
Well, yeah, but television rights, that's where they get the money, television rights. We have another caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. It's Fox Rap.
Good evening.
Steve and Lobby and the rest of the crew.
Right.
Yeah. So, you see, let's talk about this racism thing and white supremacy. This is real thing. This is real. I don't even remember. People that have short memory. Sepp Blatter, Jack Warner, they were investigated. Jack Warner was the only real black man in FIFA, and they find he had too much power. Jack Warner was the man who opened up all the islands. Remember at one time they were talking about having a West Indies team, and Jack Warner said nothing doing. Every country have a right to be represented and to expose their players. They run with Jack Warner. No, I just want to go back quickly to the Dominica situation because now they're talking about getting a coach and so on. I think that's why I told a couple of weeks ago, we 10, 20 years behind, And remember, I mean, as a Kensman, we know that. Kensman used to play this one-touch football. They call it wall pass, right?
Yep.
No, when you look at the football, the top 10 teams, I watched the game. I don't know if them coaches looking at what's happening. Most of the teams, 90% teams, they play one and two touch football.
Yep.
One and two touch football in the midfield. Nobody dribbling. That ball being knocked around, and they give the striker about beat one-to-man Mbappe and then one-to-man strike. Hit that goal. This is what the football has come to.
Play off the ball. Able to play off the ball.
And it's not automatic. They got to do the work.
Yep.
Well, it takes training. It takes training and practice to do that, eh?
Yeah, it can be achieved.
Yeah.
By working hard.
What that's what I'm saying, yeah.
And those coaches, they need to start looking at this thing and get their players in tune. Because I am talking about how they disappointed the level. The level can't rise when you have mediocrity, This football thing is serious thing. And look at the World Cup. I tell you, I watch the games, one and two touch football. Brazil is out. People say Brazil look like nothing. That's right. But when you look at the games, Brazil did one and two touch football.
The only thing I was disappointed in Brazil, that game there, they allow too much possession of the ball. They were not rushing them. The guy would come from defense, and I was very disappointed that. In fact, I like old people would say, I get pal for it when Brazil lost, honestly.
But what I'm saying is football has got to that stage where, and it has a lot to do with fitness. You have to be able to run.
Yep, the speed is all of the speed.
Football just want to play that strolling on the field. That ain't working. You can't cut it. And that's why I say we're way behind.
Yep.
Because in the 70s, the kind of football we used to play, we were top notch.
Yeah, brother. You're right.
Out of the league. You don't feel that kind of, man, you are team can possess the ball. Possession is key, your first touch, and so you're not happening.
The control is important to control.
I've been saying so. Long as while.
First touch, yeah. When you receive a ball, what you do with it, and it pains me when I listen to the coaches talking, making excuses and saying, well, if you cannot pass, you got to learn to pass the ball. That's what it's about, No time
drills, you give drills.
You talk about you cannot do that. No, you got to do the work, and it can be achieved.
Yeah, man.
Because back then, I can't remember Vivian Rainey had gone to any coaching college or any coaching school.
Well, he listened to you now as you're talking. He's hearing you now, for sure.
Huh?
He's hearing you now as you're speaking.
Yeah, I know Vivian Rainey didn't go to any, as far as I know. Joff and them, they did coaches and so, but those guys, they had it what it takes to coach the teams and bring them up to par. And right now, and I'm sure I always keep saying this certificate, everybody talk about certification. Everybody wants certificate, but you're not seeing the results.
Well, there's a big difference between certification and qualification, and you know that, right?
Even the qualification thing, because they say you have to have a certificate in order to coach a team.
Yeah,
but
true.
Those guys, you're not seeing the results. Everybody wants certificate, 3 and 4 this certificate, coaching this ABC, the license. When you're not saying nothing.
Yeah,
they work on the field.
It's not translating into that kind of football, so they need to work on it and get this thing. And then coaches need to get serious. They have to prepare and get the players to do the work.
Thank you, man.
No time to make excuses.
Thank you, Reverend.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Next caller. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yes, just a quick point on the blacks, man, the penetration of the blacks in the world football. It tells you a little about the migration, especially from Africa into Europe. Because, I mean, imagine you have maybe 3 or 4 blacks on the German team. I wonder what this gentleman Adolf Hitler would have said. Because I mean, I find it too strange, and I mean, them made a very interesting comment, you know. This Indian was saying India had 1.43 billion people and he can't get in the World Cup, but he didn't secure, so he secured a co.
Yeah, China is not in the World Cup either. They have
to go from one end of Curacao to the other, and they are in the World Cup. But again, the same phenomenon there, and it has to do with the FIFA rules. That in the case of Curacao, the majority of the fellas live in Holland, you know, in some other Dutch place. So Curacao itself, being Dutch, they would be recruited to play in the mother country because their parents are from Curacao. Because I think they were not, overall, it seems they were not too happy of the performance of that group. Because, you know, the Germans made a mess of Curacao.
Right.
And then, but you can see generally when you look historically at the World Cup, you'll notice that those countries which used to be powerful seem no longer powerful.
True. Germany is a shadow of what they used to be. When you look at Germany.
You see, when you think, Brazil, I think Brazil, unfortunately, seemed to have had one man, or say two men there. Neymar, who unfortunately had a strange kind of pick. His pick was subject maybe to play in 2 games.
I thought Neymar should have come on much earlier though, in that match. I thought the coach should have brought him on earlier. He's the only guy who could. Yeah, I thought the coach made an error there. I thought.
But then you have these very interesting, and you see the other thing about this world football is most of the guys seem to be employed in Europe because after World Cup, the English League going to be starting
next month. It starts next month.
Liga. All of them going to kick back sometime in August. So the fellas going to be resting between now and next month and then back in action.
Yeah.
But there's a thing I wanted to mention quickly. I think you were talking of Sparrow.
Yeah, 91 years today. Yeah, 91.
But another a legend, Bill Trotman, a legend, an actor, top class Calypsonian. He died in Trinidad today.
Well, you know, he was like a comedian, Bill Trotman, an MC on the tents and so on. Like Sprung Along and Tommy Joseph. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Sparrow, 91 years of age today, Slinger Francisco. Yes, guys.
Well, Sibo, just to inform our listeners that the European Parliament, they have asked for an investigation into the actions of the FIFA president for his role with the Trump and thing, and also UEFA, which is the European governing body. They have a heavy criticize FIFA.
No, that guy should resign. Infantino, or he should be sacked. He's a damn disgrace. Yeah. Next caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Black man have been representing England since the 20th century. You know.
So we don't hear it. What did you say?
The black man, Jack Leslie. England. Yeah, Jack Leslie. He was the first black man to play for England.
Okay.
And for how many goals for England? How many goals?
Yes, correct. But it took many years for the blacks to dominate.
Exactly.
Now.
In fact, when you look at some of these
Barnes was the only
John
player.
Barnes, So now you have people like for England, Maduska, you have Eze, you have all these black guys played. The other one from Arsenal as well. A lot of them. Guys, so quickly, we have to speak a little cricket. West Indies. West Indies won a series for a long time.
23 years.
Yeah.
To be exact.
And then 4 guys made 100.
And then 4 guys made 100.
No, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Things to talk about. We also ended up with the highest 6-wicket partnership.
Yes, between Chase and what's his name?
400 and Greaves, you know. Yeah, so it's a lot of firsts for us, and it's really good to see. For the very first time in 23 years, we actually won a series, and but they were criticized. Sibo, what do you think of them not chasing 300 runs in 50 overs? Should they have at least attempted in the initial first 3 overs to go after the runs? It seems they came out for a draw.
Well, you must played for a draw.
Don't you think that? I mean, you have been losing for so long. At 5 runs and over, don't think that they could have come out, tried, and if things shut it down?
Well, there's a big difference between West Indies then and now. You remember that time in England when Grealish and England set us 322.
I was disappointed. I thought they would at least have tried.
But I don't think the guys don't have the confidence. I think they were satisfied they won the first test, and it was all a matter of playing for. If you look at the way West Indies batted on the third day, even Cavem Hodge took out 139 balls to score 31 runs. So maybe what was told to the batsman, does bat as long as possible. We only want to bat once, maybe, and win the series. Maybe that's the instruction that we're given.
So, but I really thought I was disappointed. I thought they should have tried.
By the way, the ODI started on Saturday.
Yes.
I think 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
And
the first one day.
A new addition, the 18-year-old.
Sibo.
The one with GTL laws, back up the spinner from Jamaica, that's never happened before. He hasn't even played for Jamaica. First class cricket. And he's going to play for West Indies team. So we don't know what's the reason for that. Yes, Bobby, you're saying.
Yes, question for you, Sebastian. The wicket that was where we played that test series there with Sri Lanka, how you rate was it favorable for both bat and ball?
I think it was.
I think it
was. In fact,
first time I agree with you.
I think it was.
Yeah, I was
another good cricket pitch.
I was a bit critical when I saw the piling on of the runs by Sri Lanka, but I realized that the second innings things changed.
The ball was spinning, some were keeping low. So I think another good cricket pitch. It assisted the bowlers later on. Early on in the match, the batsmen could put on their heads and bat, and people made runs. Yes, so I think it was a good pitch.
Question again. Question with the bowling we have. Do you think that we're not that consistent with our length? You're looking at, we could.
Well, again, as I say, the only thing I found, Sri Lanka bowlers had our batsmen ducking and jumping.
Right.
And in fact, West Indies in that test, the first test, when we won the toss and inserted Sri Lanka, a bouncer was not bowled until the 21st over, and that was by Kimaroch, the slowest bowler on the team. So you wonder. Then I saw this guy, Fernando, had our men jumping. I saw batsmen get out. He didn't even know where the ball was. I mean, I can you imagine that? Sri Lanka bowlers have West Indian batsmen jumping.
But Fernando is a very good bowler.
Yes, but what I'm saying, but for the pace, to me, he doesn't have the pace to have people jumping all over the place.
Do we have, Sebastian, the bats? Look, in your time, that would never happen in your time. Look at the guys.
Well, I mean, in those days, anytime you played a 4-day game in the Caribbean, you had to face pace. I mean, playing for the Common Islands, no matter where you go to Jamaica, you have Darwin Holding, you go to Barbados, Conquest, Croft in Guyana, Trinidad, Bishop after. So you had to face that. But now, in fact, in world cricket now, they really haven't got fast bowlers. I mean, Geoffrey Archer, yes, and we don't really have fast bowlers in world cricket now. In fact, you have keepers now standing up to new bowlers.
So quickly, the young phenom,
he's struggling,
but he made it to the Indian team.
Yeah, but they lost again today. India.
Oh, they lost again today.
Good. In fact, India lost badly. I was watching that. England scored the runs for 1 wicket, 159 for 1.
And then they had the biggest loss.
They were goal for 76. India 3-0 down.
Loss ever.
That one is on Saturday. The last
but they changed up the whole
team. Whenever you captain, they dropped the captain from the World Cup.
Pandey, I'm surprised that
Pandey, I think, is injured. Yeah, but Yadav was dropped. The last captain.
Samson was also dropped.
Well, they dropped him. In fact.
But they brought
some stays there, Some stays in England.
No, but he was dropped to allow Suryavanshi
the youngster. But the youngster, obviously, the testing in short pitch bowling. That's
well, Archer won it, but
he and
you know,
Archer played for the same team in the
correct.
IPL.
But but he has the distinction of hitting some of the top pace bowlers for six within the first couple of balls. We saw it in the first.
Yeah, but I guess the length of bowling at him is not like what he'll get in the IPL, and of course the pitches to the IPL. I mean, you could, like a road, you could close your eyes and play. So
in
he's
the,
a young guy.
He will look
yeah.
very ordinary, but I like this new bowler, Prince
Yadav. Yeah, he looked good.
He looked
yeah,
impressive.
Prince Yadav looked good.
Yeah. But the talent just keeps rolling in for in there. See, but finally, I know we are almost out of time. The Tour de France. Have you been looking at it?
I saw
we're up to page 6 today. It's exciting.
That's a grueling thing, eh?
Man,
that race is grueling.
But I love, it came on very late last night because they waited until they played the IPL to show it. But I was up very late watching it. But it's one of the things that I watch every single stage.
Well, you remember it did good by the guy who used to win. What's his name again?
Lance Armstrong.
But after he was on drugs.
Yes.
He was taking performance-enhancing drugs.
We have a new star from Pochakpa.
Okay.
This is the guy that, the guy to look for. But it's a great thing to look at, Sibo.
Yeah.
But
you can see the guy going up mountains and so. Man, sometimes you wonder how this guy's doing that.
They come down these mountains at 70, 75
I don't know how
they
have special bikes, I would imagine. The bikes they have, man.
Oh, but it's
but let's not tell people the matches, the World Cup matches. Tomorrow, Spain plays Belgium 3:00. Saturday, Norway play England at 5:00. And then Saturday evening, Argentina plays Switzerland at 9. And the semi-finals, next Tuesday, one game at 3:00. And next Wednesday, one at 3:00. So France will play the winner of Spain against Belgium. And Argentina or Switzerland will play the winner of England against Norway. So these are the matches. Tomorrow, 3:00, Spain against Belgium.
And my pick continues. France as
you remember Leger, you remember the names he had given us, the 4 names for the semi-final?
Yes.
I think I have it written somewhere.
Yes. It was basically Spain, Argentina, England, and
France?
Norway.
No. You're talking about Leger or expert from Jamaica.
He had Norway too. He had Norway.
The one that certainly, Spain, both Spain and France can make it.
When they can reach the final, only one can get to the final. Only one. Because they play each other. If that, providing Spain wins tomorrow, Spain must win first.
Well, I don't see Spain beating France, honestly.
By the way, Spain hasn't conceded a goal in the World Cup. By the way, nobody has scored against Spain, so you have to watch that.
And
they haven't conceded a goal.
Yeah, but they also rely very heavily on the young
Lamine Yamal. But they have a guy who can score goals. They have a guy who score goals. So we'll see how they go if they get through tomorrow.
And
next
why give France the edge? They have on any day they have the free guys. Dembele, Mbappe. They have
Michael Olise. He was the player of the game today. That guy is class. A box office you remind me days of Michel Platini and this guy.
He's not just a one star player. That's why I think gives France to me. Gives them
so many of them. So many of them. Right. So good night, everybody. We come to the end of the program on behalf of Dr. Fountain, Emmanuel LeBlanc. We'll be back next week. We will finish with a song by the Mighty Sparrow, one of the greatest Caribbean people of all time, 91 years today. And I want to say good night. Sparrow, take it away. Good evening.
In a glass, the lizard get away from the roof and run by the teacher would the children fright, wonder what go happen. But the teacher laughing out, key, only watching everybody. The lizard run up, she put, and it disappeared. Everybody still searching everywhere.